Hello, how are you doing? This is
Hi, Christina.
Hi, this
Hi,
is
Rock. How are you?
so give me your name and your store name and how people can find you.
Okay, my name is Rachel, and my store name is Hustling Goddess. And you can find me primarily on Poshmark. And
Okay,
of course, I post on still on Instagram.
okay, awesome. As Hustling Goddess. So tell me, what was the problem you had before you met me?
Okay, what initially this is one was one of my problems, being in front of the camera. And you've been pushing, pushing, pushing as far as getting in front of the camera and doing your thing. And that's what I've been pushing myself to do. And then the primary thing as far as a reseller, a lot of times you're trying to figure out what should you do, what platform you should post on, how to do it. And so working with you and your class specifically, you are totally hands on. Okay. It's not like you tell us, okay, go do this, and then you don't show us exactly how to do it. So, what I've experienced with you is that you show us, okay, this is you do step one, step two, step three kind of thing, because that's the kind of person that I am. I like to have somebody hold my hand and show me how to do things. And you're that person. And
Oh,
I was at another class and I was like, you know what? I dropped out because it wasn't working like that for me. So yeah, so that's how it worked out.
and out of all the people that are having all these programs and classes, why did you choose to work with me?
Okay, well, again, I chose to work with you because you are so transparent. One, okay, your great personality, bunch of styles, personality, and definitely, um, I like the way again you hold our hands like we're your babies, and you take us step by step to do what we need to do in order to become successful at reselling.
Okay, so like you chose me because you felt like you knew that I would be authentic and real with just
Yeah,
being there for
totally.
you and that I would help you hands on one by one and I was able to do it. So how has your business or your life or personally changed after working with me and my program?
Well, because I resell part time,
Okay.
basically it's shown me that it's possible to make some good money reselling, because at first I was reluctant. And actually, I found you on YouTube.
You
And
did?
yes, I saw you. I'm like, who's that little Asian woman? So I went on there and I listened to your story. And that was your first story talking about, how you became a reseller and how somebody had taken money from you and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I listened to the whole thing. I'm like, oh my God. So if she can do it, I shouldn't have an issue doing what I need to do. So that was, the reason. It's like, okay, now it's time for me to do it. And you were the person who really pushed me to get on board.
Oh, awesome. Wow, I didn't know that my YouTube brought in so much business. That's why I always tell you, like, to be on so many different social media platforms on my social media marketing class,
Yeah.
because I actually didn't know that I brought a lot of traffic from YouTube and other platforms that you guys are too shy to be on. And I'm trying to encourage everybody to not be shy and just to put themselves out there. So
Mhm.
I just was curious, like, with other people, what do you say is so different and unique with my program versus others? It's just in your feelings and how it made you feel.
Um, well, again, with your program, you take it by, chunk by chunk by chunk. You don't just throw everything at us
Yeah.
and like, of overall summary of things. So you pretty much take it one step and then you say, okay, go try it. I'm going to show you how to do it. And you take it one step by one step by one step. And then you say, okay, go do it then. Then we go and try it. And then what I love also about you is that we have accessibility to you, because
Okay.
sometimes I text you, I'm thinking this woman is so busy, she probably won't have time to even send me one lick of a message. And then next thing I know, you're sending me a message back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's really answering me back. So that's the exciting part, because a lot of, people like yourselves who are bigger resellers in the
Yeah.
community, I feel sometimes, and I've tried it sometime with other resellers, they don't respond necessarily.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what the first person, Sylvia, is in my other testimonial. She said the same exact thing. She said nobody responds, nobody's supportive, and I think the number one thing that everybody chose me is because they knew I would be supportive, and
Yeah.
they knew that I would care for them, and that I genuinely want everybody to be successful. So I'm just curious. I noticed you post about me and my program. Would you recommend me to other people? And do you think that I'm trustworthy to the people online?
Oh, definitely. Actually, I've been talking to some of my friends about you. They're like, who's this Christina you're always referring to? I'm like, well, she's the one that I found to be the most honest, transparent. She's funny. And I show them videos of you on Instagram because it's like every other minute you've got a posting. And that's even more encouraging for me because I'm like, oh, heck, I'm scrolling through. I'm like, oh my God, here she goes. Oh my God, here's another one. Here's another one. And you're really putting your stuff out there so that people know who you are. And if people don't know who you are, they better know who you are because you're probably like the top posting person that I've ever seen on Instagram because it pushes me to like, okay, Rachel, now you need to post at least one thing. And like you've told me, and I finally got the gut January 1st, to be in front of the camera and do it, and said that's one of my goals too, at least to do one thing a week, you
Oh,
know?
see, and that's the thing. Like, I really want to be the influence and the light, even like not taking low offers, even to make sure that you list a lot, even to make sure that you guys are on social media and not get over being camera shy and judgment and criticism. I want to be the example because then it pushes you guys to want to do more. And I had posted in my story yesterday that like my mentor, she has a certain standard of how much should be in her checking account and how much she doesn't take disrespect on social media. And she also posts like how much she buys things for and sells things for. And just her having her influence in my life raised my standard incredibly, So I just want to have that standard of influence to you guys so that all the people that follow you, you will also be that standard of influence for them. And that you guys could just be this trustworthy, authentic, supportive person and build your own brand and build your own business in the future or now, So I just really appreciate your time. So everybody could find Hustling Goddess on Instagram, and she also has a Poshmark store, and she's also posting her Instagram and her reels. I see that too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
there's
you
so
you
much.
pushed me too to do Amazon. I've had some sales on Amazon because before I was scared thinking, oh my God, Amazon. Like you said, Amazon is like the ocean, you know?
Yes.
So you're dealing with the ocean. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell. So with your class again, your
Yeah.
class teaching on Amazon, I did Amazon. I've worked on a couple boxes to send to them, but like I said, I haven't been ungated. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned, not that easy to get ungated on some products and to start off with books. And I've done books and I've also done things from like the Dollar Tree,
Yes.
like you mentioned, just start small and then build up from that.
Yeah, just to build some reviews and things like that. Because I think Amazon, a lot of people think that they see these $1 million sellers, they have to buy these like really expensive inventory. But what happens is Amazon takes a little bit longer for people to pay out for the first new sellers. And it takes like some reviews and things like that. And then it starts to, they pay out faster. And that's just to see that the seller is trustworthy. And nobody in the beginning tells you these kind of things as a new seller. And so that's why I'm saying like buy a little bit less cost inventory. And then once you get the reviews and once everything starts going, then buy the expensive inventory and then go off from that platform. And Amazon is so big compared to all these other smaller platforms. I'm trying to tell everybody like just try it, and things with like used electronics, used books, things like that first, and see how comfortable you can be in it, because the number one thing that holds sellers back from selling on there is fear. they're just scared. They don't understand it. They think it's like just crazy monster, you know? And so now that they have that familiarity with Poshmark, I'm just trying to cause that comfortability to translate into Amazon because it's just a huge opportunity and people are making like millions on it. So I'm really glad that you were able to go over that comfort zone, take that opportunity, and just even like one box a week, try that. So I'm really great that you're doing that. So everybody follow Hustling Goddess on Instagram and watch her reels, see her grow and build her business. And I really appreciate you coming. And the next module is eBay and it's this Saturday. So I hope you come. I always like to see you there. Okay,
Be
see
there,
you soon.
people. Don't miss out.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.